Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Surviving Mars Green Planet. Alright, so the war on Earth is escalating, and it is very likely we are going to have to deal with a lot of refugees in the near future. The game has kind of alluded to that point. So we may want to make sure we get ourselves a few more domes and plenty more capacity for some people to live, but we'll come back to that in a little bit. The other main thing that I really want to start working on, though, is go ahead and start working on that terraforming tech, and we haven't touched any of this yet up to this point. But we really should. I'm trying to get a little bit of other stuff out of the way, such as some extra science from the Hawking Institute and the Martian network. I'd like to get some extra comfort, but I don't think that's actually a very high priority. Medium domes could actually end up being a very big, important deal for me right now, just because if we are going to get a massive influx of people, I might want a very large dome in order to take care of them. I am going to launch this rocket and see if we can, in fact, get some rare metals from Earth, but I sent another one on an expedition, so we'll see if we can get some more technology that way. And, of course, we got, meteor storms and stuff. That's always fun. Always cool to have meteor storms. That's why I've tried spreading some of my stuff out, but obviously, if I get a direct hit, then we're going to be in a lot of pain, so here's hoping that's not going to end up being an issue. Oh, here we go. The tensions are rising. We have officially a doomsday clock. Great. I mean, it's always been a thing since World War II, but apparently it's 2 minutes to midnight, so that's not good. Things are spiraling out of control. 30% tension. They're 30% of their maximum capacity for being tense. Oh, God, save us all. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Just a little annoyed. What the heck is going on over here? Why'd these guys get orphaned? What happened? Where's my controller? Hey! What happened to my... What happened to my commander? Oh, wait, never mind. I think I know where it went. I think I sent it on an expedition. Oh, right. Well, that's fine then. Never mind. Carry on. Oh, God. Here come the meteors. Of course. Oh, God. You guys need to get the heck out of Dodge. No. You guys run away. Run away. Don't be near this thing when it blows. Gonna need you to repair the pipes. Boom. There it is. Okay. Cannot find any metal nearby. What? There's metal over here. There's plenty of it. You're fine. What are you talking about? Help! Okay, this confirms that we do still receive funding of rare metals. Even though Earth won't send me anything, I can still send stuff to them. So good, we can at least still continue to get funding. Not that it matters all that much, but it is a thing that we can do. And then, yeah, now's a good time to continue working on expeditions. Might as well knock some of those off of my list. Maybe get some extra technology along the way, who knows? I am starting to get rid of my grocers in some of my individual domes, I don't think they're really necessary. So grocers are nice in that they can distribute food and also fulfill a slight shopping need for your colonists, which is great, except the diner also can give out food, and it's such a small shopping bonus for their mood that it doesn't matter too much. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is start replacing these with art shops, which have to get maintained using polymers, which are relatively cheap for me to make and maintain anyway, but they fulfill a lot more of the shopping needs. So that's what I'm starting to do. Never want to do electronic stores, though. Sounds great in that it makes a lot of people really happy, but electronics, way more expensive. Oasis, what's this? Oh, we found some water. Gain 4,000. I do not care about tourists. Forget that. I'm also not a hydro engineer or an ecologist, so we're just going to get 4,000 more science. Thank you. And actually, that was enough for me to research the Hawking Institute, which is a very large building that can help replace all of these smaller institutes, but it should be worth a load of science. Let's see, it can employ 24 people, as opposed to these, which right now, let's see, 8 per shift. That's actually going to be more like 16. These are employing about 12. So yeah, we can fit more scientists if I'm willing to actually get rid of these. And I am, especially when they're not working right now. Let's go ahead and get rid of these and replace it with one glorious Hawking Institute. There it is. Glorious. Stephen Hawking would surely be proud. Okay, we need to get a lot of researchers over here, and unfortunately they've all kind of reworked some of their jobs and moved around, so it's going to take me a second to get this going. But once we get our science up and running, oh boy, you better believe we are going to be on top of things. All right, so the medium domes are done. Now working on the Martian network, which will be worth a little bit of extra science in that Hawking Institute dome. Beyond that, while there are a lot of really good science options here for me, including things like Project Morpheus. Wow, new perks and adult colonists throughout the entire colony. That sounds like fun. A lot of cool stuff here, but I do think it is time for us to go ahead and start queuing up a load of terraforming technology, including, by the way, a greenhouse factory. Yes, that's something we know we're going to need in order to start adding in a proper atmosphere. I wish there was more to do with a lot of this waste rock. This stuff is just ugly. I hate it. There are actually some sponsors who are pretty decent at working with your spare extra waste rock and turning it into something useful, including like regular metals or even rare metals over time, though I think it does take a lot of jobs to do so. Probably not worth it, at least not for now. It's just, ugh, they're ugly and gross and I don't like them and I wish they were gone. Planetary Anomaly Analyzed Gene Selection? Ooh, what is that? Doubles the chance a colonist will have or gain a rare trait. That sounds extremely unethical, and I love it. I just got a little achievement called "You Can't Take the Sky From Me." Is that a Firefly reference? Please tell me it's a Firefly reference. I'd be so happy if it were a Firefly reference. This might be it. The last war, off-world safety. 20 refugees want to join the colony. Accepting them will decrease the world tension, but we would have additional population. Honestly, fine. I think I have enough residences and jobs to make that work, so it probably is a sensible thing to do. They're on their way here right now. Okay, let's get ready for some more refugees. Call me crazy, but the Hawking Institute is not producing as much science as those 3 individual labs for some reason. I kind of figured with more jobs and stuff it would be better, but it's not. Huh. Okay, here come the refugees in a nice yellow rocket. Let's go ahead and land it down over here because I think I have plenty of capacity and I want more people working in the Hawking Institute. It's starting to finally come back a little bit. It turns out the 3 labs actually were able to employ more than just the 2 shifts over here. I miscalculated that, so having all 3 shifts activated does seem to make a bit of a difference, though this will result in a bit of a sanity loss, but that's probably okay. All right, 20 passengers, huh? 20. What was I going to do? Just leave them in space if I didn't want to take them? Is that how that was going to work? What the actual heck is this thing? Some sort of a vent? Cool. Is it producing polymers or something? Huh. Weird. I like it. New breakthrough, space rehabilitation. Colonists have a 50% chance to lose a flaw on their journey to Mars. Cool. So all my spaceships are effectively sanatoriums? Yeah, I could research that, I suppose. That's fine. Oh, the Martian network is finally done. Okay, so let's go to our spires, and we want to place down one of these network nodes, which increases the overall research output by some amount. I don't remember exactly how much it is, but surely it's going to be a lot. Closer to home is the next stage, okay? A blatant lie is gaining traction on Earth. A faction in the wars on Earth, the alliance of several smaller states, have come out and outright accused our corporation of using it as a backdrop for developing and testing forbidden weapons, which are used on their people. Well, that may not be true. I mean, we have nefarious plans, but it's not that one. Minus 10 morale. Ouch. I will submit to a UN inspection because I have nothing to hide. I think that's a temporary effect. But that reduced morale is absolutely going to hurt. Okay, we finished our first terraforming building, and it looks like the greenhouse gases actually doesn't add to the atmosphere, it adds to the temperature, which makes sense. Of course, that is the whole point of greenhouse gases there. Okay, so increasing temperature would be quite good. I don't think that does me a lot of good at the moment until we have an atmosphere to act as a medium to conduct a lot of that heat via convection, but still... it's good to know. So let's go to our active research and see what else we get. We have vegetation grows faster. That doesn't do me a whole lot of good at the moment. So what I think I'm going to do is work on some of the very fast and easy research, such as the Dozer rover, and that should start unlocking more down the tree. We're looking for whatever's going to help me build up an atmosphere. That's ultimately what I need. And something I'm going to do is build a new medium dome out in this general vicinity right here. It's going to take me a little while to fill this thing up, take a little while to build, and we need to have a whole load more life support structures to make it worthwhile. But not only will we extract a little bit more rare metals, which is nice, although I have plenty as is, but this could end up being my center of operations for terraforming the planet. That's kind of what I'm envisioning here, and if that's the case, we want to have a lot of outdoor factories to start changing up the atmosphere, and I need plenty of residential space for people. So a whole new dome is going up. Oh, we finally found the nuclear fusion technology. Nice. Also terraforming subsidies. Whatever the heck that's supposed to be for me. Worked our way a little bit further down the tree, but it didn't quite unlock everything I needed. Conservation landscaping. That doesn't do me a whole lot of good. Okay. Where is this fusion tech and stuff? Let's see. Project Mohole. Mohole Mine. Really? Extracts metals, rare metals, and waste rock without the need of a deposit, while heating the surrounding area. That, I don't know. Does that actually count for raising the planet's temperature? Because that would be great. Maybe making all those art stores was a mistake. I am not making a lot of polymers. It keeps saying that I am producing significantly more than I consume, but it certainly doesn't seem that way. It seems like I never have enough of the darn stuff. Now, I'm trying to build some more of these polymer factories wherever we can. Eventually, I'll catch up, right? But that seems to be my primary bottleneck right now. It's just not nearly enough of the polymers. Here we go. Import more greenhouse gases and also capture ice asteroids, which can improve water. Interesting. Okay, sure, that could make some progress. Uh-oh. The last war, it has begun. The moment that seemed unthinkable less than a year ago. Regional conflicts have dragged the major powers of Earth to declare a third world war. All rockets are unavailable due to the chaos on Earth. Oh, wow. That's unbelievably nasty. Okay, thank you for that. You know, if this is anything like Hearts of Iron 4, I'd expect the world tension to be up to 100% now that we're having World War III. I mean, come on. You started a war at only 39% tension? How'd you pull that one off? And the last war has reached a boiling point. We're 1 minute to midnight. Prolonged global war, which now seems unavoidable. How do we get here? Oh, lordy. Please tell me the world is not going to go into some sort of a nuclear holocaust and all of a sudden I'm not going to be able to import anybody else from Earth? Because then I have no one to sell the planet to. On the plus side, we no longer have any issues with food at all. We are doing just fine. We finally found out how to make that work. So I'm going to go ahead and start working in some seed crops amongst the other ones, since I think we're fine on food. These should be relatively quick to grow, but also get me some seeds that I know I will need in the future. By the way, returning to the Hawking Institute, now that I have this almost entirely populated with scientists and the network node also working with scientists, we are making a lot more. 1,500 are up to about 2.4k science per soul. That's not enough, but it's pretty good. Okay, the Capture Ice Asteroids is a mission available now. If only I had access to my rockets. May cause a Marsquake disaster. Whoa. That sounds kind of scary. What, we mess up and an asteroid smashes into the planet? That could very well be the case. But it would result in 5% more water. Only 5%? Jeez, it's going to take forever. Research is taking too long, so I've spent $1 billion to outsource some of our research needs. In a few days, I'm going to get like 5,000 more science. It's expensive, but it works, and it will speed things along in all the right ways. Oh, also I decided to go ahead and research eternal fusion. This should solve my power problems for like the rest of the game. It's extremely good. So normally what you'd have to do is build one of these fusion reactors, which takes some concrete, polymers, and electronics and has some pretty high maintenance, and also would require about 24 people to work it to get a base production of 200. However, with the Eternal Fusion, we no longer require any workers, so that's going to save me a whole load of effort. Also, it does still require maintenance. Okay, but it doesn't require workers. And it will operate at 150 performance, which means I think we get 300 power. So that's a pretty darn good power source that we've discovered there. Hot potato. Expedition encountered personnel from a rival colony. They are hostile and uncooperative, claim they have exclusive rights on exploiting an anomaly site. Sabotage the useful resources rather than let us keep it. Teach them a lesson, but be careful. Avoid conflict in return, or make amends. I will happily just make amends. We got some cash. I want to know what the outcome is going to be. So they're happy with that, and we get 4,000 more science. Okay, worth it. 100% worth that. You might be wondering, by the way, how I was able to accomplish an expedition. Because I happened to have one rocket here on Mars when they all got cut off. So I gotta keep one. Just one. Yes, suckers back on the homeworld thought you could mess with me? Wrong! Got a small problem here. We're starting to run lower on food, and part of it's because we don't have a lot of people working over here. And I was a little bit confused about this. Because I'm like, wait, we've got 24 population in here, and that's not adding up to the number of jobs. It's because they're all getting old. All the seniors aren't working, and they're going to get me killed. Okay, we just researched the magnetic field generator, and the part of the problem with terraforming on Mars is we do not have a magnetic field that helps actually create an atmosphere around the planet. So with a magnetic field generator, we can reduce the amount of atmosphere lost due to the lack of gravity, or rather, the lack of a magnetic field. However, we don't have a way of producing any atmosphere by itself, so that's only limited in its usefulness, but we're getting closer. Terratourism, for the love of God, just give me the science that I care about. Somewhere down here is an atmosphere generator. It may be really far down there, but it's there, dang it, and I want it. Oh, is the supply line back? We have some good news for a change. Rockets are once again available, but resources are still unavailable. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, it's something. Though I'm a little concerned about food. Maybe now we can finally get some more botanists back on site, because all my other ones got too old to work. Well, we were able to import some greenhouse gases onto the planet. Not that it really matters too much. We basically just crash-landed some falling rocks onto the planet for a chemical reaction. Which is cool. Now we're up to 2% atmosphere. Of course, it's all going to be disappearing pretty soon, but, you know, technically that's progress. I'll take what I can get. Oh my gosh, there it is, the carbonate processor. Okay, finally we'll be able to start burning waste rock in exchange for atmosphere. Oh, what do you know? There actually is a purpose for waste rock. Well, that's cool. Thank you. Now, here's something I didn't know. Apparently, the outer terraforming structures do not require workers. That's very interesting. So this whole thing about a medium dome actually may be kind of unnecessary. Possibly? Still, interesting. Okay. Well, I'm still gonna use the medium dome, but now I have to figure out a new purpose for this darn thing. And we found the building that lets us do core heat convector. Okay, cool. So we'll be able to raise the temperature. So there it is. Now we have atmosphere, and now we'll have temperature. Work on both of those. We can start putting together some man-made lakes using water. And as long as it's warm enough that it doesn't turn into ice, that can deal with my water needs. And with water fixed, we can then start planting down some vegetation. All right, I think we now have all of the ingredients we're going to need, or at least access to all the ingredients we're going to need to start terraforming this world. Progress is being made. Very happy about that, but I think this might just be a very good place for us to end this video, so thank you all for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.